I'm Alicia Harris, 32, and I was elbow deep in a dumpster behind an abandoned warehouse in Miami when a woman in a sharp suit approached me. "Excuse me, are you Alicia Harris?" she asked. I was clutching a broken lamp base, my hands filthy with grime, and my foster parents' words echoed from 3 months ago, "You're useless, get out." Yeah, that hit like a brick. Nothing screams survival like scavenging junk for resale at dawn on a weekday. I climbed out, wiping my hands on my torn jeans. "That's me," I said. "If you're here to chase me off, this lamp is all I've got left." She smiled coolly. "My name is Tanya Mitchell. I'm an attorney representing the estate of your grandfather." My pulse froze. The man who'd raised me after my parents died, who'd sparked my passion for real estate and tech innovation, who'd cut ties when I chose to stay with my foster family over pursuing my dreams 10 years ago. "He passed 6 weeks ago," Tanya continued. "He left you his entire estate, homeless to air overnight Tesla prototypes, luxury real estate portfolios, mansions that screamed opulence. But there was one condition, and what she said next changed everything." Where are you tuning in from today? Drop your spot in the comments and smash that like and subscribe if you've ever crashed to rock bottom only for fate to hurl the wildest lifeline. Trust me, you'll want to hang on for the twists ahead. 3 months earlier, I was still scraping by in Boca Raton with the Harrises. Philip and Sheila Harris had taken me in at 15 after my parents' car accident, but their idea of family was more about control than care. Philip, the stern foster dad who ran a small construction firm, always said my interest in real estate tech was a distraction. "Focus on helping around the house," he'd bark, scheduling endless chores that killed any time for online courses or job apps. Sheila backed him up, her passive nods making it clear resistance was futile. When I tried freelancing property designs incorporating solar tech like Tesla's innovations, they'd book sudden family trips, derailing deadlines until I gave up. My rebellion was quiet notebooks filled with sketches of sustainable communities, hidden away during their inspections. The divorce from that life came abruptly. They caught me applying for a real estate certification and exploded. "You're useless if you think you can make it without us." Philip sneered, tossing my things out. Sheila just watched, arms crossed. I ended up in Miami, surviving by flipping scavenged items online from a cheap storage unit. It was grim, but independent. Tanya drove me to a sleek hotel in Coral Gables that night. "You'll stay here," she said, handing me a key card. "Tomorrow, we head to the estate and meet the board." I stared at my garbage bag of belongings in the trunk. Pack light isn't an issue. The room was luxurious, hot water washing away weeks of grit. Catching my reflection, sunken eyes, tangled hair, I thought of grandfather Shane Perez. He'd been my rock after the accident, introducing me to property development sites, teaching how buildings could integrate green tech for efficiency. "You'll revolutionize this industry," he'd said at my college showcase, where my eco-friendly housing model won top prize. But at 21, the Harrises' pressure mounted, and I chose stability with them over his firm. Shane hung up when I told him. "You're locking yourself away," he said sadly. We never spoke again, not even when I sent birthday cards. Tanya's folder detailed the inheritance, the Coral Gables estate, a sprawling mansion blending modern minimalism with sustainable features like hidden solar panels, investment properties across Florida, a fleet of Tesla vehicles, and controlling shares in Perez Properties, a real estate tech firm valued at $47 million. "He never changed his will," Tanya explained in the car the next morning. "You were always the heir, but with the CEO condition for 1 year." I laughed bitterly. "I haven't touched a project in years." She nodded. "Shane hoped you'd reclaim your path, fail, and it all goes to a real estate charity." We arrived at the estate mid-morning, its facade gleaming under Miami sun. Inside, open spaces with smart glass windows adjusting tint automatically. Upstairs, A dedicated office waited, equipped with drafting software and models converted 8 years ago. As if Shane knew I'd return. Tears stung as I touched an old sketch from my showcase pinned there. He'd believed in me even after the rift. By afternoon, we were at Perez Properties in South Beach. The office buzzed with energy, glass walls overlooking ocean views. Tanya introduced me to the board in a conference room. This is Alicia Harris, Shane's granddaughter and designated CEO. Murmurs rippled. A man in his 50s leaned forward. With respect, she has no experience running a firm like this. That was Dennis Nelson, a longtime board member with a stake in the company. Others nodded, eyes skeptical. Then a tall man in his late 30s approached, dark hair flecked with gray, offering a firm handshake. Alicia Harris. I'm Jeremy Carter, senior partner here for 12 years. His designs had caught my eye in industry journals' innovative complexes with embedded Tesla-like energy systems. I followed your grandfather's work closely, I said. Your Miami mixed-use project with passive solar was groundbreaking. His expression shifted from cautious to intrigued. You know the field. The board meeting turned tense. Dennis pushed back. Shane must have been sentimental. This firm needs proven leadership. I pulled out a notebook. Here's a sustainable development I sketched 3 years ago, rainwater systems. Green roofs, integrated tech for energy optimization. I have more. Designed in secret because my foster situation stifled everything. Some leaned in, but Dennis flipped through dismissively. Jeremy stepped in quietly. Shane told me about you a year ago, said you'd been held back but had the spark to lead. As the meeting wrapped, Tanya outlined terms sign-on or severance. Half the board grumbled, positioning for buyouts if I failed. Jeremy lingered. They're testing you. Show them what Shane saw. That evening in Coral Gables, my phone buzzed Rhonda Baker, an old friend from foster days. We'd bonded over shared struggles in the system. Heard through mutual contacts about Shane, she said. He sent me letters years ago, asking about you, never stopped caring. Her words hit hard, revealing his silent watch. Why didn't he reach out? Pride, maybe. But he prepared this for when you broke free. Over the next weeks, I dove in at South Beach. Jeremy shadowed me through projects luxury condos with smart tech, eco-resorts optimizing energy like Tesla grids. Office politics simmered. Dennis emailed all staff demanding board approval for minor decisions, undermining my authority. I replied all, per company charter, that's not required for under $10 million projects. He fumed, requesting a meeting. I've been here 23 years, Dennis said coldly. Won't let an outsider ruin us. I leaned back. Shane left me control. Work with me or against your call. Hands shook under the table, but I held firm. Drawing from months of survival grit, exploring the office alone one night, I found files labeled with my name, college work, articles on my foster life, divorce like fallout from the Harrises, a letter from Shane, dated before his death. Alicia, if you're here, you've come home. Sorry for the silence. I watched you shrink under their grip. This firm is yours. Use it to build what they denied. In the estate office. A locked drawer held his early sketches, messy failures turned successes. A gift to show even legends struggled. By month's end, an idea sparked. I sketched a mentorship program for diverse backgrounds in real estate tech. Jeremy reviewed it. Ambitious, but it'll cost time. That's the goal, building the future, not just properties. As tensions rose, Dennis hid key documents for my first solo pitch, forcing me to improvise. The client hesitated, but my passion won them over. Jeremy grinned afterward. You're proving them wrong. Yet I sensed bigger storms brewing. The first major client pitch loomed that morning. A tech mogul wanted a flagship development in South Beach, sustainable towers with integrated energy systems, the kind Perez Properties specialized in. I'd poured weeks into it with the engineers' smart facades harvesting solar like Tesla walls. rainwater recycling, adaptive lighting. Jeremy called it a game changer. Shane would approve, he added, arriving early. I set up in the conference room, models ready, but my laptop vanished from the desk. Heart racing, I searched drawers, under tables gone. Dennis appeared in the doorway, holding it. Looking for this must have been misplaced in the break room. His smirk said otherwise. No time to confront. Clients were due. I booted it up, connected to the projector, files loaded. But my stomach sank. The presentation corrupted, slides scrambled, renders glitched, data replaced with errors. Jeremy entered with the group, ready. I had seconds to choose delay and look incompetent, or adapt like Shane taught. Let's pivot, I said, shutting the laptop. Mr. Vargas, you want a property that breathes innovation. Allow me to walk you through it live. Grabbing markers, I sketched on the whiteboard, hand steady from years of hidden practice, outlining the tower silhouette. I explained terrain-inspired curves for wind flow, arrows showing energy capture. These panels mimic Tesla efficiency, cutting costs by 30%. Vargas leaned in, intrigued. Jeremy passed colored pens. I added layers, shadows for depth, labels for tech integrations. 40 minutes later, the board burst with my vision raw, passionate, undeniable. Vargas examined it. This is alive. When do we start? Terms agreed on the spot, breathing out. Jeremy pulled me aside. Incredible, but that was no accident. Dennis borrowed it yesterday for timeline review. We traced the changes to his computer timestamp. Rage built. But focus shifted when my phone rang an unknown number from Boca Raton. Philip's voice. Heard about your windfall. We deserve a cut after raising you. Sheila chimed in on speaker. You owe us for all those years. Their demands escalated in follow-up texts, claiming emotional investment entitled them to shares. Rhonda met me that evening at a Coral Gables cafe. They messaged me too, fishing for info. She slid over a folder. But I dug up old emails from them, ones blocking your job apps, mocking your tech ideas as hobbies, plus witness statements from neighbors about their control tactics. Her evidence painted a pattern: financial dependence enforced through isolation. Real estate dreams dismissed as frivolous. This proves manipulation, she said. Armed. I called Tanya. File the suit for emotional distress and harassment. The emergency board meeting convened 2 days later in South Beach. Tanya as counsel. Evidence shows deliberate sabotage of company assets. Dennis shifted. Accidental edits during review. Jeremy countered coldly. Every backup altered at your login time. The room tensed. Dennis snapped. Testing her metal, Shane left us to an amateur. I stood. 3 months scraping by taught me resilience. Your ego-driven stunt, a liability. He resigned by end of day. Severance in exchange for non-disparagement. Court hit the following week in Miami. Tanya presented Rhonda's folder emails derailing my certification. Texts belittling ambitions. Philip and Sheila appeared smug initially. Their lawyer argued support, but Tanya dismantled it. This was dependency enforced, career sabotage. The judge frowned at the docs. Frivolous claim on inheritance post-separation. Dismissed. Outside, reporters swarmed. Vindicated, I said. They tried breaking me. Now truth exposes them. Ever faced betrayal like this? Share in the comments how you bounced back. The courtroom echoes faded over the next weeks. Philip and Sheila's downfall accelerated. Old acquaintances cut ties. Business partners pulled out amid rumors of their tactics. Philip's construction bids vanished, leading to layoffs and eventual shutdown. Sheila endured shunning at neighborhood gatherings. Their pleas for reconciliation went unanswered. Their influence evaporated. Shifting focus. I poured resources into the fellowship program at South Beach. We sifted through stacks of entries, more than 200 hopefuls seeking spots in real estate tech training for Foster alumni. Jeremy and I pored over them during evening sessions, weighing strengths. Look at this. I highlighted Wendy Adams's entry, 22 years old. Her blueprints for low-income units with smart energy features tackled issues from her own background. Untested, but innovative, Jeremy observed, echoes Shane's early bets. We picked her group, kicking off in fall. Orientation day saw the cohort tense in the conference space. We're building skills and networks here, I addressed them. Wendy lingered post-session. They called my sketches pointless distractions. People who fear change often do, I replied. Prove them wrong. The curriculum pushed boundaries: full-time immersion in live deals, guidance on tech like efficiency algorithms. Initial pushback from veterans eased as results showed. Come fall's end, Wendy's plan for integrated hubs drew interest from a housing advocacy group. They signed on, with her at the helm under oversight. Overwhelming, she confessed. Step up, you've got this. Skeptics surfaced, labeling it cheap labor disguised as opportunity. I rebutted in a trade publication Q&A. We're breaking cycles. Participants like Wendy gain paid experience they couldn't access otherwise. The coverage amplified our approach, inspiring copycat efforts elsewhere. Jeremy commented during a walkthrough, industries evolving because of you. Collaboration turned personal strategy talks over meals. Lighthearted exchanges amid deadlines, tension built subtly, maintained professionally until December's company event, fresh from inspecting Wendy's prototype. I entered the South Beach Hall disheveled but energized. Jeremy spotted me near refreshments. Skip the speeches. A slow melody played. He extended an arm. Join me, clothes on the floor. He murmured. I'm all in with you, no pressure intended. Shadows of old constraints flickered, yet his encouragement felt genuine. Terrifying, but mutual, I confessed, amid cheers. Our embrace sealed it, bold and authentic, with Dennis's exit formalized through payout. Equity shifted to core team members. Tanya phoned soon after about a proposal from Marcus Chen's competing outfit, $300 million for total takeover. Solid terms, but calculated, she cautioned. Board convened in Coral Gables for deliberation. Financial cushion appeals. Someone ventured. Jeremy opposed. Sacrifices our independence. Scrutinizing details revealed threats to autonomy. Program viability jeopardized. Decline it, I asserted. Growth over handover. Approval rippled. Tanya disclosed Shane's concealed stipulation, turning down substantial bids. Post-year one triggered a supplementary $30 million trust. Free for deployment, sensing alignment with destiny. This clause affirmed Shane's conviction I prioritized purpose above payout. 18 months after that dumpster day, I stood on the rooftop terrace of the Coral Gables estate, the Miami skyline shimmering below. Philip and Sheila Harris were shadows now, their Boca Raton life unraveled. Word spread through old contacts their construction firm collapsed under boycotts, clients unwilling to align with their exposed tactics. Foreclosure notices hit their home, a consequence of mounting debts and social exile. I felt nothing, not vindication, just detachment. They were irrelevant, their attempts to claw back into my life silenced by my indifference. With the $30 million trust unlocked, I launched the Perez Community Initiative. It targeted underserved areas, designing public spaces libraries, resource centers with sustainable tech like solar-integrated facades and rainwater systems. Echoing Shane's vision of accessible innovation, we broke ground on the first project in Miami's Overtown, a hub blending green tech with community input. Local artists shaped murals, residents voiced layout needs. Jeremy mapped logistics beside me, his steady presence grounding the chaos. Wendy took lead on a second site, a youth center in Homestead. Her designs wove in efficiency algorithms, learned through our mentorship, creating spaces that empowered. At the opening, she addressed the crowd, voice firm. This center proves we can build futures, not just structures. I hugged her after, pride swelling. Shane would have backed you from day one. Her success rippled nonprofits sought our model. and fellowship applications surged past 1,000. Industry buzz grew. A national outlet featured the initiative, highlighting how we transformed neglected lots into vibrant spaces. Critics who'd questioned our methods quieted as results spoke. My inbox filled with messages from Foster alumni, inspired to chase dreams despite past constraints. One wrote, "Your story showed me I'm not defined by rejection." Each note felt like a nod from Shane, his legacy alive in every blueprint. Jeremy and I grew closer, our partnership now effortless beyond office walls. Late nights drafting turned into shared dreams for the initiative's next phase. One evening, he pulled me aside on the terrace, moonlight catching his eyes. "We're building something bigger than us," he said. "Not just projects, but a life." His hand held mine. A ring from Shane's collection, an etched band from his wife, slid onto my finger beside his own promise. "He'd approve," I whispered, tears blurring the city lights. A year-end speech at a real estate summit sealed the journey. Facing a packed hall, I spoke plainly. I was told I was worthless, cast out with nothing but grit. But resilience isn't luck, it's choosing to rebuild when everything's stripped away. My grandfather gave me tools, but I carved my own path. You can too, no matter who tries to shrink you. The crowd stood, applause echoing. But the real win was the young designers approaching after, sharing stories of overcoming doubt. Philip tried one last reach, a desperate letter claiming regret, sent through a lawyer. I shredded it without reply. Their ruin wasn't my goal, it was their own doing, a natural fallout in a community that valued truth. Tanya confirmed their legal battles piled up, neighbors turning away as debts closed in. I didn't care to track further, they'd faded into a past that no longer held me. The initiative expanded, contracts signed for centers in Tampa and Orlando. Wendy's Homestead project won an innovation award, her name now synonymous with promise. Standing on that terrace, Jeremy beside me, I saw Shane's faith reflected not just in buildings, but in lives reshaped. You're stronger than those who diminish you. Your worth isn't their verdict. It's what you create from ruins. If this journey moved you, subscribe for more stories of unstoppable comebacks.